Okay, there we go. At last, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ESOC Autumn Championship round of 64. AdrianCarrot against KickAss. The first game of the series, a best of 3 on ESOC Alaska. Russians against British. Russians being AdrianCarrot and British being KickAss. Let's wait for the map to load. So this is a brand new map, the latest maps release. I think it's a Gaia map.
I believe that's correct, yeah.
Yeah. But there's some Nutka on this map also. So maybe we see some upgraded some upgraded British vills in Azam fashion. He likes to send pioneers as Brits. But, well, let's focus on the game. So, yeah, we have this map with two... I don't know how to call it. So, yeah, I guess the two bumps on top. And the water around. A few whales. A decent amount of fish, I guess. So...
And we have on this side of the map KickAss in the color blue, and he's playing Brits. Maybe with 3 hearts first. Versus...
You don't have 3 hearts.
I know! Versus AdrianCarrot in the color blue, and he's playing Russia.
Yeah, we do have a wood start, which I think favors Brits. I don't see Russia being able to do something with this wood very easily in H1. However, Brits can directly get a market or manor, another manor up. So this start is definitely good for Brits.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely able to make better use of that wood crate than Russia at the moment.
We have an intense chat going on.
Question mark, question mark.
Seems to be a little bit of lag. Hopefully it doesn't persist. Looks like we might have a treasure contention if KickAss walks down this way. Looks like he's not going to, never mind.
And that's actually a Nutka guy, which is one of the strongest native warriors you can get in H1, I believe, because he snares and he's faster than your explorer. And he takes just forever to kill.
And he's also not so bad at sieging, I guess.
Yeah, he also got a very nice siege. Like, if, let's say, Brits tries to play his tower down, the Nutka can siege down a lot of HP from the tower. Or if Brit guy had this Nutka, he could deny the blockhouse, for example. But it's Russia's Nutka. I guess it's kind of a safe play from AdrianCarrot here to make sure that he's the one who gets the native warrior, to make sure that KickAss can't deny his blockhouse.
Yeah, it should be quite good for him. Other than that, I guess KickAss will get his consolation 90 coin treasure. Not gonna get a Nutka and deny the FB, but...
Oh wow, that's actually pretty
nice.
This treasure is actually pretty sweet. 150. I know the same one on the old maps with 120 XP, and this is 150 for the same Guardians, you know, so it's pretty good. And especially on a no TP map, even if Brits is not a civ that takes TP, I mean, it's basically the only way that you can get some XP, and 150 XP is just sweet.
Yeah, I don't know if this is a new treasure or not. I know that on a couple of the new maps, at least, the map team was creating some new treasure sets for them. Yeah. So this treasure might actually be new. I'm not sure.
Yeah, to be honest, I've never seen this treasure before on any RE map, and while I still played a lot of quick search, I never seen this. But then again, this map has the design of Northwest Territory, which is a map that is not standard. So maybe it's on this map, and that's why I wouldn't know it, and you also maybe not, you know.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. One thing that's important to note too that I didn't know is this bottom part of the map here, next to these 2 cliffs here, there's a gold mine for each player.
Oh yeah, I never noticed
if they manage to secure that, so
there's actually
that could be an important focus of the game later when mines start running out.
There's a lot of gold on this map actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's like 7 or 8 gold mines plus 2 5k gold mines plus a gold mine in base, so I think it's a lot of coin. Not a lot of coin in base, but a lot of coin on the map. What about the hands, by the way? We didn't really check because we suck, so there's like 2 hands. I think it's fair.
Yeah, they seem pretty fair.
Yeah. It's fine, it's fine.
Yeah, Carrot maybe has a little bit better with the extra moose in the back, but shouldn't be too big of a deal.
You mean this?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it can't be herded to the TC, so... Or barely, you know. I guess it's okay. I don't see a huge disadvantage there, so... And it's already 3 minutes in game, or 4 minutes, so... Okay. We probably will soon see some forward blockhouse going up. Also, I mean... Carrot is not chopping wood. There's no blockhouse, right? I mean, I'm not blind. He's not going for blockhouse.
Yeah.
This is surprising. I mean, everyone kind of expects Russia to go for a forward blockhouse, especially in a matchup against Brits.
I think he just chopped a little bit of wood for his placer mines or for another house, maybe.
I think it's... Yeah, I'm not sure actually why. To be honest, we will need to wait. He was chopping a bit of wood. I'm not sure this was necessary because he got the wood trickle. Depends what he wants to do. He's sending now his villagers forward.
Yeah, so I guess he's just waiting for the 400 wood to place that blockhouse, and he's just going to be getting those market upgrades with the transition wood.
So it's basically a kind of even more greedy version of the build order I do, where you send only one villager to build your blockhouse slowly. He's even waiting for the edge of wood to place it down, which I guess can work.
And it's not so much forward, it looks more like a blockhouse to get some map control.
Well, it's kind of in the middle, yeah. I don't know if he can do much more forward, maybe a few tiles more. But it's maybe also a kind of anti-Minutemen thing, you know? Maybe like, usually you call Minutemen between transition, you don't expect a blockhouse to go up now. Maybe KickAss just didn't see the forward blockhouse and then didn't call Minutemen. Maybe he was afraid of this and this would be why he delays his blockhouse, I don't know. Because I know that KickAss already called Minutemen against me when I was Russian, he was friends, so...
Yeah, it could be. Could be that Carrot was just hoping he would overreact and that he'd be able to punish accordingly.
A little bit sloppy 5 Cossacks shipment though in his base. Just a few seconds too early to pop from the blockhouse, but it's not the biggest deal. But the thing is that he's gonna come in a blue in teal base, I think, when there's already some Hus out basically. Yes,
yeah, only 2 Hus out for KickAss, so not the greatest first batch here.
Yes, that's really not great. But honestly, with the tower and 2 Hus, I'm not sure if I would take the fight with 5 Cossacks. And oh, did he ship 6 musketeers? Okay, so I think KickAss is overreacting there. He's just expecting a standard aggressive Russian play, and in fact, he's just shipping musketeers and doing nothing with them. Also, he might... no. Blue... I don't know what's going on in these games. I'm not really doing anything right now. We will see.
But I think, to be honest...
Yeah, I think Carrot's just taking a slower approach to the game, and he's going to wait a little bit for KickAss's resources to run out, and then try to just mass a bunch of units and deny the resources or hold any push that KickAss might make.
Looks like KickAss is pushing right now already.
Yeah, and he could maybe catch these muskets here. The Cossacks aren't quite there. Or he could catch the Cossacks, maybe. Alright, no.
I don't know if he actually saw...
not gonna let that happen.
I don't know if he actually saw the musketeers, but if he did, he should have definitely caught them. I think it's a very good trade. Now it's a bit too late. There's 15 musketeers. I think it's kind of enough for Russia to hit and run his way back to his blockhouse. Now it's gonna depend on whether KickAss is gonna give even enough time for AdrianCarrot to drop this second blockhouse or not. I'm not sure if KickAss wants to push again right now or not. Would be a good timing for him to push, I think. To deny the blockhouse.
I don't think he quite has the strength to do so. He only has 11 musketeers, and he's kind of struggling on coin a bit, so...
Yeah, this is true, but as long as blue Cossacks were running a bit away on the map, it was fine. Now with the Cossacks, I think he can't really push. Yeah, so now we need to wait a bit more, because I don't think you're right now, at this point KickAss can't push. AdrianCarrot might overcome it. He's going for a push, and I'm not sure he can push now. It's kind of a situation where both players, it's not like any player has much more armies than the other. They have kind of the same army, which means that none of them can push because of the tower on one side, the blockhouse of the other, and the potential unit shipment or Minutemen pop that could punish you. So it's kind of a point where no one has more mass than the other, but no one can actually push also. But
yeah, but at the same time, Carrot doesn't really need to push, right? Like, KickAss is going to have to come to him pretty soon. He's only got these 4 moose left.
Exactly,
and he'll be a little bit starved of hunts.
It's actually pretty early, and he's already soon out of food, yeah. Well, he can still kind of get this guy here.
Yeah, or even these elk here are very easy to acquire, probably.
Yeah, he could...
As long as he has them scouted.
He could bring them behind his racks there and just drop a manor house like somewhere here, and then be kind of safe to gather, I think. He needs to work on his herding for sure. He needs to herd something, or then he needs to push. He can't stay with his food like this. There needs to be something happening. 700 food for Russia after 700 wood. He's going for a fairly greedy build order with only 1 unit shipment, the classic 5 Cossacks, followed by some crates to mass. Maybe 700 coin coming next would make sense. Oh, some strelets. He's starting to mix strelets now. Doesn't have a stable, Russian guy.
Kind of makes sense. He's seen that KickAss is only making Muskas, so Cossacks aren't going to be particularly effective.
Exactly, yeah.
And the strelets are going to do really well against these muskets here.
Which is also why I think he didn't ship 700 gold and he shipped 700 food instead. But this fight is going fairly good for
KickAss actually bringing in Vils to tank. He wants to win this fight.
I think he just wants to herd and didn't put... I'm not sure actually what's... Oh, 13 strelets coming, a bit late. There's another batch of Hus coming in, and it looks like KickAss might take a good fight there. I mean, there's not so many musketeers left, I'm not sure, it's close.
Pretty close.
Did he call
He has the resources to call Minutemen, but he's opting not to.
Which is a mistake at this point. Minutemen would have made the difference, probably. Because it's such a close fight.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to go well for AdrianCarrot.
Yeah.
And now KickAss is out of food. He only has the 1 elk with a couple hundred food left that he's got. Oh, it just ran out, sorry, not a couple hundred. So yeah, he's just starting to herd this, and
yeah,
he's on berries now.
Basically gonna have to pray that AdrianCarrot doesn't push on his food right now on top. Because if he does, it's gonna be very tough for KickAss to do anything. Also shipping 5 Vils kind of during the fight, I guess. Which was not at all the good time to ship 5 Vils, right? Was not the good timing for this.
Yeah, well, maybe he was hoping he would just win the fight, and then if he had won the fight, then the 5 Vils would have been a great way to sort of like buff that advantage, I guess.
Yeah, this is true, but if only he called the Minutemen. Oh, there's a stable now from a Russian player.
To be honest, he tried to disturb KickAss now because he was raiding and say, man, this lag.
Well, but to be fair, the lag also looks pretty heavy. What did I want to say? I forgot, but it's looking really not so good for KickAss now that AdrianCarrot is ahead in economic unit population. This is not something that you want when you're Brits against Russia. You should have usually more economy, and Russia should be able to maybe win by holding his front base here. Usually it's how it works in this matchup, I think, and starving Brits. But if Russia starts to even outboom Brits, I don't see how Brits can win.
Yeah, it's definitely not looking good for KickAss at this point.
Yeah. And also the fact that he's behind in military and that he's behind in map control, yeah, makes this very hard for KickAss to come back, I guess. That's just
a big Carrot's sent all of his big cards now. The last one on the docket is going to be Boyars, and when that comes in, I think it'll be time for him to push to win.
But not
I don't think he's gonna. I don't know if he's going to commit to this fight here.
I think he shouldn't, because there was just a nice 6 longbows timing for KickAss just in time, and there's still the Minutemen threat at this point, and a fairly big mass of hussars, maybe just enough to catch. Also, look at these Boyars coming in now. So it was definitely the right decision to not fight and wait for Boyas at least. But KickAss is going to maybe push now. Or I'm not sure if he's pushing with his units. Oh, looks like he is. Oh my god, this wall. That's a wall.
Yeah, I think KickAss knows that he's on a bit of a timer here.
Yeah.
With his hunts running out, but I'm just not sure if there's anything he can actually do against this mass.
I think it's already kind of late now. He might still win because it's not like it's game over, but it's looking very bad for him. And yeah, I'm not sure what he can do. He definitely needs to call Minutemen. Now he got a nice batch of 5 Huss out. If he could only call Minutemen and crush this mass of Russian units, it would be very good for him. But he's still not calling the Minutemen as far as I know.
Yeah, I'm not sure that he has the coin.
He could even sell wood. I mean, at this point, it's game changing to call Minutemen or not. And
yeah, and Huss pathing around the back of the army, not engaging in the fight. Muskets tanking. This is really good for Carrot.
And to be fair, in the end, a big ball of French units in lag is pretty powerful because it's quite laggy. And when you have a lot of French units in lag, it's much better than having your cav always passing around buildings and stuff because of the lag.
Poor KickAss.
It's looking really over. Okay. Well,
yeah, so I think KickAss just overreacted a little bit with that early 6 musket shipment, and it really hurt his mass later on.
Yeah.
He just couldn't leave his base because of it.
I'm also pretty
sure. It was smart on Carrot to count on that overreaction.
Yeah.
By delaying the blockhouse until his 400 wood and playing a little bit more slowly and waiting for the resources to run out.
It was kind of a lack of scouting from KickAss that he didn't see the blockhouse going up late, and still decided to go for this kind of aggressive defensive 6 musketeers, you know. And it was just overreaction. And I'm pretty sure he also skipped some villagers because he was not so. Yeah, then he skipped a ton of fields, and even earlier his villager graph is not the best villager graph I've seen in my life. So yeah, he was not so far ahead in eco. So yeah, well, this was a pretty one-sided game, but GG anyway, and well played to AdrianCarrot, who is not up 1-0. So yeah, let's set the score to 1-0 and move on to the next game. The next map was Florida, I think.
Florida, I believe. Yep. Florida and then Mendocino.
No, they beat on Mendocino, so it's I think it's Florida.
Oh, that's right.
Cascade Range.
Cascade Range, yeah. Oh, I want to go to Game 3. Oops, I shouldn't join now. I want to go to Game 3 just to have another Cascade Range game because it was really good to watch in the previous series. I hate to play on this map, but I really love to watch it.
Yeah, it seems to spawn a lot of crazy games.
Yeah, it's basically like Indonesia for me. You know, I really don't like to play on it, but to watch it's always a lot of fun because people multitasking and running on the map, on the water, on the land. Cascade Range it's a bit the same because the hunts are so scattered. Always people raiding on the side and stuff. Sometimes you see some nudcast action. It's pretty exciting to watch, I think. Yes, that's it. Florida Cascade Range. So, Florida. KickAss, Alaska, a really bad map to breathe. With the classic breathe with the TH at the end. Yeah, this is true. It's not the best map for Brits, but it's up to him to know the maps and prepare for the maps for the tournament and maybe not pick Brits on Alaska, right? Florida would be a better Brit map. There's a lot of hunts. Why
Looks like he might be going with auto though. He does have the counter pick though. Carrot has to lock in first, so he might not actually play auto depending on what Carrot picks.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's really aware of the rules. I'm just. Why is he taking? Okay, let's just wait for Carrot to pick his civ and then we will see what KickAss takes, I guess. Well, that's ballsy, to be honest. I mean, he just saw that KickAss was switching to Auto and Russia, and he just picks Japan, which is not very good, I think, against Russia. But, well, maybe KickAss just goes France because it's his main civ, so I guess it makes sense that he wants to pick France on the only TP map, right? Alaska has no TP, Cascade Range has no TP, so he should definitely go France on Florida if it's his main civ.
And it's not just the TP that's good for France on this map. They also get the early market
and the livestock
for free,
yeah.
and the livestock on the side. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But I think KickAss would take France regardless because he's just a France player. So he's just happy when he can pick France. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, the livestock is definitely a nice boost, and the market also. The market is not the best perk for Japan. They only have not the best upgrade in age 1 for food. It's only 5%. I like Hunt Dogs better. And
yeah, and you can't really afford to get civil servants early on either.
Unless you get some treasures, I guess. Yeah. Maybe
yeah,
if you get
and even then, it's probably not going to pay off before you age.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess if you get 30 coin and you need to chop the wood, it's maybe. I'm not sure if it's worth or not. But well, there is one case where it's kind of good for Japan is when it's a coin start and there's this market on this map. They can actually buy some wood and age up faster. Don't need to chop.
And then they're just up a market later.
And then what? Sorry.
And then he's just up a market later. So actually, actually, this could actually be a decent map for Japan in that case because you sort of guarantee that you don't have a bad fight start.
Yeah, basically, it's like it kind of changes your coin start into a wood start in a way. You know, if you get decent coin treasures, and by the way, Florida has a ton of coin treasures. There's always a lot of them. So maybe you can kind of get a free wood crate instead of your coin crate, which is definitely something good for Japan because otherwise they can't do anything of their gold. But we will see. This will depend on which crate start we get.
There's also one thing I'd like to note for Japan. It's probably not going to be relevant this game, but on this map, both the Carib natives and the Seminole natives have archer upgrades.
Yeah.
Which is really good for Yumi later in the game. I think the Seminole upgrade is 25% damage. It's pretty expensive, but if Japan ever reaches the point where they can afford that upgrade, it would be really hard to deal with for a civ like France.
It's pretty damn good. I don't know how expensive it is, but let's face it. I mean, when you ship a Yumi upgrade, which is 20% attack, and you can get in a native settlement 25%, even if you need to invest as much as a shipment in this upgrade, you know, it's not much worse than getting the Yumi upgrade, if you see what I mean. I think you can afford to get this as Japan at some point. Hopefully you can, yeah. Depends if you're getting rushed, of course not, but at some point in the game, I hope he will try to get it, yeah.
Yeah, at some point it definitely becomes worth it. It's pretty expensive. You can't afford it early for sure. I think it's 300 wood and 300 coin.
Yeah,
something like that, and you need to build the trading post. So it's quite the investment, but if you have a decent Yumi mass and you have the spare resources, it's definitely going to give you an edge.
But imagine French player just going for a crossbow pike rush and getting this upgrade for his crossbow. Would be pretty funny, actually.
Yeah, that's true, but
you don't really.
I feel like getting that upgrade you would not have nearly enough mass for it to be worth it, sadly.
Yeah. And you probably don't want to go for a crossbow pike rush anyway in the current meta. So we will see. Anyways, the game is starting now, finally. There we go for game 2. AdrianCarrot Japanese against KickAss French on Florida. I want to see the crate start, to be honest. And if it's a coin start, I hope Carrot will buy some wood. That's what I want to see now. I'm obsessed with this.
Well, it looks like it's coin start, so we'll see if he ends up doing that.
Looks like your computer is much faster than mine. I'm still loading the recorded game.
All right.
Yeah, we will see. Well, anyway, it's not like coin start is bad for friends. He can also do some stuff in his market with this coin, so...
Yeah, he could maybe even buy 100 wood and then just chop 100 wood for a trading post if he really wanted to. He has a lot of options for sure as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, so spawning in the top right side of the map, playing as the teal French, is KickAss. And spawning in the bottom left side of the map, playing as the blue Japan, is AdrianCarrot, currently up 1-0 in the series.
Indeed.
And we have a coin start.
Yes, we do have this coin start, but I don't think it's gonna gather it. I mean, you see what I mean? Like, you already get 20 coins there, so you need 125 coin to buy to buy wood.
And he's got 10 coin over here. He definitely could do it.
Yeah.
Looks like he's gonna opt to chop the wood instead, though.
That's sad, you know, like, it's really just delaying your edge up for no reason at all, in my opinion. But, I mean, I can't really blame him, because it's not something that you, how should I say, it's not the easiest thing to do. You're not used to having a market at start, and it's, a lot of players forget to use the market, to be honest, on this map. Let's see if KickAss is getting his, he has hunt dogs already, and he's chopping for the house. He will get his house up any second. So, oh, he's working on a 60-foot treasure. Not the greatest treasure for 2 alligators, but still helps you age up a bit faster.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
I mean,
It's not fantastic,
yeah.
but, you know, you take what you get.
it's just because it's food that it's nice, you know. But of course, if you compare the value to this same treasure with 105 coin, you know, it's basically twice the villager seconds, or maybe even more. But coin, you can't eat coin, so you can't age up faster with this. So I guess it's better to get some food to age up.
Yeah, it's definitely more valuable early on.
Yeah. Also, nice to mention that the livestock is good for Japan to fatten, not fatten, I mean to, I don't know how to say it, but to put on their shrines, basically. To shrine this sheep, especially in base with Toshugo shrine.
Yeah, that's true. It gives you a lot more freedom with placing your wonder as well.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have to worry about making that trade-off where you either place the wonder defensively so that units can't get through your base, or you place it a little bit further away on top of the hunt so you get the extra resources. You give you a bit more leeway with that.
Yeah, especially here you can see like this hunt would be perfect because it's 8 animals and it's what you need, but there's a TP line and it's such a big wonder you will never be able to place it there, so would mean that he would have to place his wonder here, somewhere there, or then to just leave it without any hunts on it. So the sheep are a good way to fix this problem. But it's also pretty nice for friends to pick up some sheep, although he has only 1 sheep so far, which is a bit disappointing for friends. Would expect him to have more sheep with this extra native scout.
I think he actually had 2 and he may have eaten 1.
Oh, he's already aging
up.
yeah.
I didn't see, so yeah, he's aging 1 vil early. I believe he ate at least 1 sheep to get there, so...
Let's not forget we're dealing with KickAss here, and KickAss really likes to age up 13. And I actually agree with him, when you can afford to do so, it's there's no reason to not age up 14, but 13 I mean. But I'm afraid he idled a bit too much his stone center, but we will see. Oh,
looks like he might actually get this this monk too.
Yeah.
It does not have... Okay, teleport probably just came off cooldown. And...
if he just went down with the Explorer, he could probably just trap this monk to stay in the base, or maybe kill it.
yeah, he could for sure.
But he's working on this nice wood treasure, and he doesn't want the Japanese monk, which is actually coming right now, to steal it. So this is also fine. He's just gonna secure this 75 wood treasure. So, well, the lag is pretty heavy.
So do you think we're going to see 3 Hussar from KickAss?
Against Japan, this would be very surprising, but who knows what KickAss can do.
But sometimes surprise is what you want, right?
I guess, yeah, but even when you're surprised, when you just sit in your base and there's 3 Huss coming and you can call the anti-cav Minutemen, I don't think it's very interesting to ship 3 has. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think we'll see it. Looks like he's setting up for some kind of musket start.
I would not be
Possibly
surprised.
Dual racks.
I would not be surprised to see a double musketeer racks rush because I've seen KickAss do this before against Japan and against other seeds as well. I was thinking this because he did not take a trading post, which is questionable, but which makes sense since he's actually going for double racks. Oh wait, how much wood does he actually have? 219 wood. I'm not sure what this is. I don't know if he just overchopped or if he wants to maybe go crossbow pike. Actually, we will see it in. Oh, he's actually got the pike in queue. So he's got 5 pikes in queue now, and probably gonna ship 700 wood first to fuel his mass. I'm not sure why he's mining 400 gold though. If you go crossbow pike, it's just slowing you down to mine so much gold.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, he can still buy wood with it, but then better just put your viz on wood directly or on food.
And it looks like rather than trying to find the shrines, he's just going to try and take out that that consulate before AdrianCarrot has any units out. Interestingly to note, Carrot has not opted for the fishing boats as far as I can tell, or maybe he just spent the export on it. Oh no.
We have a nice.
Oh yeah, there it is.
We have a nice micro war there. There was a really low HP pikeman that Carrot didn't snipe. He used his explorer instead to not waste his TC fire, and then KickAss was putting his pike in cover mode to tank a bit more, which is very nice to see. But yeah, those pikes, I'm afraid they're not gonna do much, just because this explorer, you know, with a divine strike at the end, might just snipe one of these pikemen, and I don't think they will ever get this consulate down. But now some musketeers coming, that's why he was mining so much gold.
Yeah, with those he might actually be able to get the consulate down, which will give him a little bit of a pathway into the base. I don't think he'll be able to punish it, unfortunately, but at the very least there won't be a consulate up, so Carrot will either have to rebuild that or just opt to not get that extra 5% damage bonus later on from the Japanese consulate. Okay,
so yeah, the thing is, it's important to say that even when the consulate goes down, you still have the bonus acting, so he will still have cheaper buildings, which is nice, but he will not be able to call the crossbows. Also, he did get the fishing boats.
He got the fishing boats, so I don't think he's too concerned about the crossbows, but he won't be able to switch allies either.
Yeah, but I mean, right now, it's not a problem for him. Later, when he wants to switch to Japanese, yeah, this is true. But I mean, it's not the biggest deal, right? It's also kind of a waste of time for KickAss to siege his stuff. It's 3k5 HP for 200 wood, which is just a ton of HP.
Right.
And
he could have just killed 2 shrines instead. So
yeah, basically, yeah.
It's an okay trade, but it's not. It's neither good nor bad. And you
also bring your packs in range of TC fire, and for Japan, Japan has the cherry orchards just under the TC, so it's really easy to just build like 7 villas inside and to just shoot the pikes in 2 shots and have a very efficient trade and directly pop them back on their cherry orchards when it's done, or even use the explorers like he did. So I'm not a fan of this. Yeah, I don't think he got so much value out of it. He maybe just wasted some pikes. Does he even have any pike left? I don't think so. You know, you like to keep your pikes to be able to siege the shrines down.
Yeah, that's true for sure. He did lose probably too many pikemen to make it worth it.
Yeah, and it's like, because pikes cost wood, it's not so easy to make them back. Also, he is sending 600 wood now, so he might use some of this wood for pikes, but he also needs to use it for stable and houses, I think, because I don't think he's gonna stay on double racks all the time. I guess he will need a stable at some point. But this fight looks good for KickAss, probably. Oh, it's actually close. But KickAss probably has...
looks like Carrot actually missed a volley there, so it ends up being okay for KickAss.
But I think KickAss has the better musketeer micro because he always makes musketeers, so he might just win because of this. We will see if
Carrot actually shipped 5 Yumi. He didn't train those 5 Yumi.
Oh, that's probably overreaction because he's not pressure in his base, so I don't think he needed this unit shipment.
Yeah, so this is going to delay his mid-game, the Japanese mid-game power spike, sort of. He's only sitting on 110 shrine pop, I haven't seen what techs he has. Looks like he has most of the market upgrades. He doesn't have Imperial Bureaucracy yet.
Also not the second wood upgrade, but it's not necessarily a problem to skip the second wood upgrade if you don't go heavy on Yumi, you know. But yeah.
Isn't it better to go crossbow pike versus Japanese?
Well, I would just go H3 personally, but I guess if you want to rush, it's better to go for crossbows and musketeers. I'm not sure. It's just faster, especially if you go double racks. I feel like it's better to go for crossbows.
Musketeers give you a bit more siege against the shrines, especially when there's these walls and stuff. You can't really pressure the base, so the muskets might be slightly more useful that way.
Yeah, but it's also really easy to squeeze in 5 or 10 pikes when you mass crossbow pike from double racks in wood crates, and the pikes have even more siege. But yeah, I guess it's okay, you know. He's actually doing surprisingly good. I mean, he's pushing back AdrianCarrot. Even if AdrianCarrot had to ship 5 Yumis, he still having to go back. But maybe he's gonna age soon because he's... I'm not sure if he's aging or just switching to a big Nagi batch with this 600 coin.
Yeah, it looks like he has Nagi in queue, so...
Oh yeah.
Not going to be aging with that 600 gold.
Yeah, just making big batch of Nagis and Ashes, switching some more villagers to food to make sure he's not mismacroed. KickAss still doesn't have a stable, which is surprising, I think. Especially
yeah,
when
I don't think he's been able to get the wood to get that out since he decided to trade crossbows with that 600 wood shipment.
Yeah, and he did it for houses as well, but I would still like a stable.
700 coin coming in now. He might actually decide to age here.
But he's got too much coin. I mean, it's okay. He can still age, of course, but I mean, he might have considered just keeping the shipment at this point. I don't know. But an H3 push with veteran musketeers and falconets could do good. If Carrot is stuck in H2, which he actually is.
Oh, but he's switching to Nagis a lot.
Looks like Carrot might be sniffing it out, though. It's pushing out a little bit on the map, being a little bit more confident.
But does he have the power to actually push?
Stage up.
Can he actually push? I mean, they got similar military population, and the Nagis are not gonna do so much against musketeers and crossbows. I mean, they can tank a little bit, but there's also no Ashi attack and no Japanese consulate. So these Ashis, well, a consulate is going up actually right now, but these Ashis are not especially strong now.
This is true, yeah. He will, at the very least, force some idle time on these CDBs.
Yeah. I guess, yeah. Japanese probably has a bit more units now just because one Ashigaru is better than one Musketeer. But
KickAss aged up.
Yeah, he did, yeah. Probably just gonna ship Falks first. I think it's a no-brainer there. I don't see anything else to do. Musketeer Falk is just a very strong unit composition against Musketeer Cav. It's one of the best counters to Musketeer Cav, I guess. So Carrot's units are lagging a little bit behind. So KickAss is actually taking this trade. His Musketeers are not upgraded.
Alright, now that is in. He has skirmishers in queue. Nagi are not going to be around when they pop.
Oh no, why is KickAss walking? I don't understand why he's fighting before he gets his falconets. Or maybe he... No, I mean, I don't know. I'm really disappointed, especially because Carrot is now aging up as well.
This was misplayed by KickAss, to be honest.
Yeah, this was just misplayed, that he didn't wait for his facts to pop. I mean, who cares about 2 Raxes in the end, you know? You lose 400 wood, but you don't lose your army, and that's what matters. And getting the facts would have saved him. And now he got, like, not so many units to cover his facts, and might not be enough. But the facts are not coming in, and I'm wondering what's going on.
8 skirms
okay,
instead.
Yeah. This is disappointing. And now that Carrot is aged up as well, it's going to be very tough for KickAss to come back. just lost so many units for no reason, and he's still behind in eco because he didn't burn so many shrines. And now Carrot is up to 150 shrine pop. He still has his 3 fishing boats, and he was able to ship for villagers once. So
yeah, Carrot's looking to be in a pretty good spot.
yeah.
He's also just sending. It looks like he's just going to be sending an upgrade with that first fortress shipment. I don't know which one it is yet, but none of his unit shipments look to have been sent according to his deck. So,
well, I guess it has a choice between the Ashi close combat thing or the Nagi HP card. So we will see.
Either of them would be good options at this point, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. Probably Nagi HP better just because there's no cav from KickAss side, so the close combat card is mostly an anti-cav card. And the Nagis would tank forever. But yeah, both options should be okay. I think Carrot actually forgot to set on his consulate on something. Should be on Japanese probably.
Yeah, he have 160 pops, so he can definitely switch his consulate now.
Yeah, he should be able to go to Japanese.
Oh, actually, it looks like he cancelled that shipment that I was talking about and sent 5 Nagi.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Or actually, oh, never mind. The way it shows up on the UI, it doesn't show up telling me which card it's sending. So completely ignore everything I said about that.
Yeah, the only thing the only way you can see it is if you see the little number, you know that he's sending 1 shipment on the flag, and then you can check how much pop it takes. If it takes 10 pop, you can be pretty sure it's 5 Nagis, I guess. But yeah, of course, we're not always checking this, so it's not so easy to tell.
Oh, 5 gen downs. 3 gen downs.
There's an 8 clear switch at this point. It's not gonna be enough. There's a lot of ashes, and even the Nagis would be enough to
calling Minutemen. So he's anticipating a fight at least. I don't think he actually wants to fight though.
Yeah, that's a bit weird to call the Minutemen and then go back, you know. But yeah, I guess it's better than not calling them at all, like he did last game.
Yeah, so Carrot's just gonna force this.
Nagi hit points is just a very good timing right now. You got so many of them. They got now 495 HP, which is just...
Wonder on HP as well. So those are some very tanky.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering how. But yes, they have 500 HP. That's a ton. It's as much as a Queer at this point. And they have more range resist, so they tank more than a Queer. That's just big.
GG.
This was very one-sided actually. GG. I mean, it was looking fine until KickAss decided to fight while he was not aging, but while he was waiting for his shipment and for his upgrade, he decided to fight. I think we can see it in the graph. He had actually the same mass like Japanese guy, but he just decided to fight too early and just took such a bad trade it cost him the game.
Well, either way, Carrot takes the series 2-0. Well played by him.
Yep, indeed. I should make only samurai. Okay, yeah, that's an idea. In the lag. Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, quick look at the stats. Nothing very surprising. KickAss kind of panicked when there was this fight after he aged and didn't make villagers. And lost a few of them. But yeah, it was over anyway at 12 minutes when he lost his mass. Okay, so I think we're done for today. I don't think there's any other series scheduled, so we're just gonna stop streaming now. I think we streamed 4 series today, so it's still a pretty nice amount. So well, thank you very much, Mitoe, for coming into KickAss.
No problem. It was fun.
Yeah, it was nice. I enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed watching as well. And
yeah,
well,
thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, and see you soon.
Adios.